Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Welcome to Chicago, where the fires serve cold, but the Wolves and the Hawks never shiver in the snow. The Bulls keep it running, the Sox run the South, the Cubs run the North, but the Bears run the house. True Chicago sports fans got their ears to the street. Any team make a move and they never skip a beat. And in this house, this is where we be. Welcome to the show with Big Z.
Welcome to Chicago. Coming from the True Chicago Sports Fan Cave inside the No Water in the Weekend studio.
There you go. You keep forgetting to edit that out.
Yeah. This is the TCSF podcast with Big Z, and co-hosting once again, it is Stevie-B in the house.
We
gotta play that theme song for you, man.
We do have to play it.
Yeah, where's that button? Come on, all the way at the end. Come on, it's there.
There
it is.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everyone who's really enjoyed my presence on the show. I appreciate that. It's very nice to hear, and I'm glad you enjoy my voice.
Yeah. You know, you've been getting some positive reviews. So what I'm asking these people that give me these personal positive reviews, do that on the app. Go and give us 5 stars and write a review.
Right. Do that right away.
Yeah.
Stroke my ego a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. That's all I need.
Episode 151 is brought to you by 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Grit Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to gritclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Go and get your official TCSF shirts now. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to listen to our great show. So welcome to the show. If you're a first timer or a long timer, please remember, hit that subscribe button.
Smash.
That's right. And that notify button. And go ahead and give us a review on your listening app of choice. You can find us on Facebook at True Chicago Fans. You can find us on Twitter at True Chi Fans and IG at True Chicago Sports Fans.
And what about Thread? How are we doing on that?
I'm going to make one this week. I just made my personal one. I'm navigating through, getting used to it. But yeah,
nice.
True Chicago is going to get a thread up there. Yeah, so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
Steve.
More apps, more things you got to do.
Yeah,
I get it. Don't forget, you could support the show with a monthly subscription at anchor.fm/True Chicago Sports Fans. Go on over there, click and support, and you can subscribe as low as 99 cents a month.
Cheap.
Yeah, it's ice cream cone at McDonald's.
In the suburbs.
Yes, in the suburbs. Do you like the show?
I do.
Are you a fan?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell your friends, and then they'll tell their friends, and we could all be best friends.
That's right.
If you enjoyed the content, if we make you laugh or cry or yell or just think, please share it with others, and we'll like that as well. So, Z, how was your week, man?
It was jam-packed, actually. It was the first time in a long time that I have to do something every single day. I don't know if I talked about this, but we had no bowling on the 4th of July. We talked off air.
Right.
You did.
Yeah. We have I think we talk at least like 2-3 times or at least every day.
Yeah. And so you had bowling. You're like, hey, how'd you do? I'm like, we didn't have bowling because it was the actual 4th of July. But I spent the 4th of July and the day before out in Northbrook.
Wow, I know where that's at.
You do know where it's at? Okay, so
Yeah.
I spent it out there just because of my dog Jackson, the pit bull. He has high anxiety when it comes to either thunderstorms or fireworks. And since I knew that like the fireworks are going to be a huge display on my block, I was like, let me just alleviate the problem and just go rent a hotel room for a couple of days, stay out there, and be able to relax. And he was able to relax too.
And it wasn't that bad?
No, you can hear some remnants of it, but over there in the suburbs, they have an ordinance that you can't blow fireworks after 10 p.m. So, like, you would hear once in a while there'd be something, somebody being a rebel.
I thought you were going to go to Kankakee.
No, that's too far.
And that's what I mean. There's no one out there but skinwalkers.
Let's see what else I did. This past Friday, I went to the Sox game by myself.
Well, hey, man.
Because you guys couldn't go?
I couldn't go. I was in the office, and by the time I get out of there, and I had an issue on Friday, so I'll tell you that what happened to me on Friday.
Yeah. But the whole idea is to get those 606 family to go out there. My guy had extra tickets for the batting practice, so you would go out there to see batting practice for most teams and try to catch a home run or a ball. Oh, someone toss you a ball or whatever. So that was pretty cool. It was hot as hell.
Yeah.
At that point, because I got there at 3:30ish.
Yeah, and 5 o'clock is like the hottest time.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Look at the forecast. I'm like, oh, it's supposed to rain and drop 25 degrees. Yeah, I'm wearing pants. So I suffered for a couple hours, and then I was great because it cooled off. But it was fun. I got to meet Harold Baines again. He signed my my hat.
Do you remember you?
No. Carlos May, a White Sox legend. I walked around the ballpark many times. Sat all over the field.
That's nice.
Because there's always like an empty seat or two, but especially being by myself, I can just sit down. No one's going to tell me anything.
Right.
So it was a good time. I sat in the bleachers. I sat in like right field corner, left field corner, and then behind home plate for most of the game. And then I ended up talking to one of the ushers, and I got his information, and he might be able to hook us up later on.
Nice.
Hell yeah. You got him on network.
Yeah, you network for when it comes to the White Sox. I'll try my best for the Cubs.
All right, you do that.
So I'll do that on my part.
I want to wish my good buddy from high school, brother from another mother, Costa. We just celebrated his birthday this past Sunday.
Oh man, happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Costa. Yeah, he's great dude. He invited us to go celebrate his birthday. I forgot what we were.
Were there mariachis?
No.
I don't know what nationality he is. It could be Puerto Rican, could be Mexican, could be Cuban, could be,
He's neither of those.
Oh, I don't know that. Okay.
Anyways, we were down there on Hubbard Street. I think it was Hub 51 is where we were at.
Okay, I know that place.
Okay, so yeah, it was cool, but it's too pricey to drink there.
Again, you in this price thing. Hub 51, high-low. Oh my God.
Hey man, there should be no reason a beer should cost more than $10.
Oh, I thought you were drinking cocktails. Never mind. Well, you
that
never
would have been
drink
worse.
cocktails.
No, I do drink cocktails. That would have been worse.
It's an old-fashioned.
Yeah, well, they don't make old fashions there. So I did have some.
Did you ask?
They don't have the equipment there. You can tell there was no oranges, no peeled oranges. You could look at a bar.
You could go to a dive bar and still get an old-fashioned. Sportsman, Easy In. I would think they're not really divey, but they're very low lit and cheap prices.
And that's where I like the drink.
So do I.
Yeah. So again, happy birthday, Costa. I know he's been listening. He actually thanked me for continuing on with the podcast and doing well with it. So I appreciate that. And then today. Mm-hmm. I spent the whole day at Raging Waves Water Park.
I could tell.
Oh, do I have a tan?
No, you're a little tired.
I'm very tired.
No.
I'm very,
and you're
very
wearing
tired.
A pink shirt right now, so
it's salmon.
It's salmon, like salmonella?
No, like the fish, like the inside of that fish.
That you could get. Well, no,
I don't eat. No, I don't eat none of that stuff. So
you can't eat fish.
No, I don't choose to and don't want to because I'm allergic.
Yeah, you'll die.
Yeah, that's right. We don't want that. Then who's gonna run the podcast?
I gotta do 2 podcasts.
You're already doing 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
All right, man. How was your week?
Oh man. So I talked about Friday, so I couldn't go to the White Sox game with you. But it's 4:00. I'm in the office.
Yeah.
Now I wear contacts for the listeners who you don't
can't
know.
see them.
Yeah, you can't see my eyes. My green luxurious sexy eyes now they're just brown. But I'm rubbing my eye really quick, and my contact's getting all fuzzy.
Yeah.
And it's starting to hurt. So I'm like, oh.
Should flip it.
So I go in the bathroom, I take it out, I put a little bit of water because I don't have solution. I didn't carry it on me. And if I keep it in the car and it's hot out, it'll start to evaporate. So
yeah, makes sense.
I put it back in my eye. It was bothering me. I was twitching. Went to the convenience store. Got to the convenience store. They only had eye drops. I'm like, that'll do
for right now.
For right now. So the bathroom at my job, it's dark. They have this shitty little light. Okay, I don't know why. So I went into the car. I turned the AC, had the mirror. I could see everything. It's bright.
Right.
I take it out of my eye, put the eye drops in. I look. The contact is kind of chewed, ripped. It looks like bite marks on it.
No.
And as soon as I'm about to fuck it, I'm gonna put it in anyway. It falls on the side of the seat, and it goes in. And I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get that, and it's ripped. So I still had to do a little bit of work.
Yeah, with one eye.
A little bit of work, and I told my boss, I'm like, hey, I got to go home. I have to send this email out that we do for him on Fridays. So I left. And the main street where I have to get out, they have a car show. So we have to go through this back way alley that it's so narrow, and there's cars that are sometimes parked there. So I'm closing one eye, and I'm like, either I'm going to hit the side of this building that's brick, or I'm going to hit this person's van.
Yeah.
I didn't eat it. I think that was the hardest part I had to go through, and I went really slow. I got out, and I was driving, and luckily the expressway on a Friday, it's bumper to bumper, so I could still, I could see, but I'm not, going really fast. Luckily, it only took me 50 minutes to get home. Came upstairs. First thing I did was, use the restroom if you're in the car for 50, 40 minutes, Put in a set of contacts, and I felt like a new man. Still had to do the podcast because I didn't have time to write the script. And it was a great show because me and Sean had a good time, which is me and him. And we did the podcast for an hour and 45 minutes.
What?
Yeah, it was a long, good one. I could honestly say it was a really good one. So after you listen to this podcast, you could jump over to know what the weekend. Right after. So that was my week. Usually with the weekend, I didn't do much. Just chilled, cleaned the apartment. Just stayed up Monday, so I had to go in the office on Monday for 4th of July. Got out at 3:30, but I was up till 4 or 5 hanging out with some friends. And then during 4th of July, I didn't do anything. I just slept in, played Fortnite. So that was my week.
How'd you bowl, sir?
Well, so I got 138 the first game. The second game, I got 130. And then the last game, I got 175.
Okay.
So I did okay. I hit my average the first game. Second game, I fell off, but the third one, I didn't really take that many shots. So, we took shots, but I think I was at a good level where I was at.
You were even, yeah.
Yeah, so I got 179. I was hitting the stride. I was pushing the ball a little bit, throwing it further down.
Lofting it, yeah.
So that was able to help me move it back and get it going. So,
we're a little distracted because the home run derby is still going on, and we got Rosarena coming up in the final versus Vlad Guerrero Jr., who just got 25. So that's a kind of a low number, I think. But,
he just
finished 21,
to
right?
Go again.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a disadvantage, but I get it. So that was my week, and pretty much after that was it. So let's keep it going. All right, in this episode, we will catch up with our Chicago teams in the loop, scandals in Northwestern. Wow, that's crazy. If you don't already know, we'll inform you some more information. Cubs and Sox appear to be sellers. Who will go and who will stay, plus stirring the pot and what you're looking at. But first, the big three with Big Z.
Thanks, Stevie-B. I'm Big Z, and you are not.
I'm not.
Yeah. All right. For today's stories, we're going to start with story number 1. Of course, right? Number 1 is the first one.
Yeah, numero uno.
Let's start with something crazy, man. A shopper finds a snake inside a bag of broccoli from Aldi. Do you shop at Aldi?
I have. And I don't oppose to it. It's a great store.
It's a great store. It's down the block from us. Milwaukee and
right. I would have to take the 606 and then walk the 606 back, which is not an issue.
No, it'd be good exercise.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to have one when I used to live in Pilsen. I could walk there. It was literally 2 blocks and a Cermak. It was right next
to each other. Right, yeah, Cermak. It was on Cermak.
Yes. So I don't have opposed to Aldi, and I've gone in there. It was great. I don't like boxing my own stuff, but that's okay.
Just take your own bags.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a big deal.
That's crazy. I don't know. Finding a snake in a bag.
Yeah, a grandfather says he was given a fright when he opened a bag of broccoli he had purchased at Aldi and found a ladder snake.
Was it alive or dead?
It looks
because if it's frozen foods.
What's broccoli? So bag of broccoli.
Was it frozen broccoli or a bag?
No. The snake was alive. Yeah.
He didn't feel it move?
I guess it was just chilling. It was a ladder snake, and so let's see. The father of 3 said he bought a broccoli at the Aldi branch in Stour Bridge in West Midlands. I don't know where the hell that's at. When taken out of the fridge to prepare a meal, he found a non-venomous snake nest near the stem. It was a pretty frightening experience. I'm not good with snakes, nor am I. So he says, I'm lucky that I didn't leave out the broccoli in the kitchen, or it would have been loose in the house.
Yeah, that is pretty scary.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of snakes like that.
But you don't know which ones. Do you know which one's venomous and which one? Right. So that's why you got to be careful.
I would attack it and just throw it out the window. I have another animal issue, but we won't get into that. But no, it's crazy because you could bring something back from
a store
because I was telling you off air when we're talking about this story. I went to Cermak. That's down the block from me.
Yep.
And somehow there was a cockroach in maybe the plastic bag or in another bag or I don't know where, and it was on the table, and I killed it, and I freaked out because I'm like, wait, are there more cockroaches in here? My place is usually clean.
I hate cockroaches.
Yeah, I hate them too. But luckily there's no cockroaches here.
Thank goodness.
And yeah, knock on wood. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I'd rather deal with a snake than a cockroach.
Yeah.
If there's one, there's multiple.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to story number 2. Nebraska rodeo athlete and the horse he was riding died after being struck by lightning.
Both of them?
Yep.
The horse too?
Yep. Terrell Vineyard, 27, was on horseback when he was struck by lightning on Wednesday, June 21st. He was checking on the cattle when lightning struck him. This is insane.
Shazam!
Wow, yeah. So both were struck by lightning. The man was checking on his cattle, and he got hit by lightning. And obviously, since electricity has to find ground,
Right.
it goes through him. It went through the horse.
Did he survive or die?
No, they both died, man.
Both died, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I thought that horse could take lightning, though. It's a big body horse.
Yeah.
It's a big body horse. I don't know.
Oh boy, it's not looking good there.
Oh, yeah. Guerrero.
Not for
Jr.
me. Not for me. I got that bet.
Oh, yeah. It's 30 seconds, but he might be gassed. But anyway.
Anyways.
So, yes, that's shockingly surprising.
Good pun there. Yeah, so that's all the information they have. It's just, Terrell,
How old was the guy, just to say?
27.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, young buck.
Yeah. It's,
See you there? See what
yeah,
I did
there
there?
you go. Man.
All right, let's stop horsing around. Story number 3. A woman who was declared dead knocks on her coffin at the funeral. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah.
Is it me you're looking for?
Shoot. I don't even know how that's even possible. And the only thing I can think of is she drank ZQL, passed out. But then if you are at the morgue and there's no vitals.
But this is after her wake. So a wake is, the body has to be released from the hospital after it's been in the morgue. And
Don't they stuff you?
No, in the morgue, no.
Where do they stuff you then?
At the funeral home. They don't stuff you.
Because when you go to an open casket, they're still stuffed.
I don't think they're stuffed. I think that they take out the blood and fill you with formaldehyde or whatever it's
right.
called.
So where was that process?
I have no idea. Well, this was in Ecuador, so I don't know what the Ecuadorian government does out there. Funerals are more than often not a sad and somber affair where grieving people say goodbye to a much loved friend or relative. And then they come back. So, Awake in Ecuador took an unexpected turn when a woman was declared dead, started knocking in a coffin, and revealed that she's alive. She's like, "Hey, I'm back."
I want to know how many Hispanic older women passed out.
I think her man was cheating or something. She had to come back.
Maybe. Yeah. That's usually what happens.
Yeah. Ms. Montoya, a 76-year-old former nurse, was lifted out of her coffin and rushed back to the hospital after the unfinished funeral on Friday. Her relieved but shocked son, Gilberto Barbara, said, "It gave us a fight. Yes, I win some money. Thank you, Steven."
You're welcome, even though I made the wrong bet. We'll talk about it later.
You still could have made the bet again.
I know.
All right. So there was 20 of them at the wake and about 5 hours into the wake. 5 hours into the wake. So not only was she pronounced dead at the hospital, then take it to the morgue, and then released to a funeral parlor, for whatever. And then they give the body to the home so they can, mourn it for whatever, how many hours or days that they are able to do that. That's a long period of time.
I'm telling you, she must have had some NyQuil. ZQL, I'm sorry. Had to be something. There's got to be something to it. But also, if you're not breathing, and I don't know, maybe it's a small village.
Yes.
They don't have the technology.
Her son said, "My mom was wrapped in sheets and hitting the coffin. When we approached, we can see that she was breathing heavily." I bet she took their breath away. Ms. Barbara said Mr. Barbara said the doctors have told him his mother's situation remains dire. Ms. Montoya was in intensive care at the...
Dire or dead?
Dire. Yeah, so they're trying to investigate what doctor was involved. and how this went bad.
You know, there are plans that actually, if you do touch or whatever, it does something to you.
Oh.
And you could lower your heartbeat.
So, like, almost non-existent. Yeah. But she's got to be a zombie now, right?
Yeah. Her, I was joking, but her pronouns are Z now.
Not Big Z, just Z.
No, Z.
Okay.
For zombie.
Z for zombie.
Yeah. So, yours is BZ.
Yeah, BZ.
Yeah, there you go. Because you're busy all the time, so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Big Z, and that's news to me. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Hey, Big Z here. Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere, and even earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you take the conversations to the next level with your fans, you have Q&As, polls, and the best way to get them talking is to have fan participation. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's free. There's no catch. Ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I've been using it. I have not switched platforms. I feel like having options like video and Q&A polls lets me be creative to another level. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started. Do it now.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride. So do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots, so let's kick it back over to Big Z.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with Big Z and Stevie-B.
Yeah.
This is The Loop, our Chicago Sports Roundup, where we keep you in the loop.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
All right, so let's start off with the horrible news we heard from Evanston, Illinois. The Northwestern Wildcats football coach Pat Fitzgerald has been fired.
Yes.
We were talking.
They started off on Friday with a 2-week suspension.
Right. So
and
why they
today
investigate.
was broke that he was fired.
Yeah, Northwestern President Michael Schill released a statement Monday afternoon saying, "This afternoon, I informed head football coach Pat Fitzgerald that he was being relieved of his duties effective immediately." Schill said he previously said that he had made a mistake in the punishment handed down to Fitzgerald, referring to the Friday 2-week suspension.
Right.
So former and current Northwestern football players have been speaking out in the wake of hazing allegations sharing their own stories. The show said that during the course of investigation, 11 current and former Wildcat football players acknowledged that hazing has been ongoing, and even more former players confirmed hazing was a systemic dating back to many, many years prior.
Yeah.
So this is something, there's no way.
Probably since he's gotten there, and he's been there for what, 10 years?
Easily.
10 or 12
Something
years?
Something like that. He's been there for a long time. He's got a 500 record. He's not a good coach.
No. And people wanted him to actually coach the Bears.
Ugh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's because they had that one winning season.
Right.
What was it, the COVID year? He had a winning season. Oh, anyways. The show, according to the show, the hazing included forced participation, nudity, and sexualized act of a degrading nature.
Right. That's what's called the bath.
The car wash.
Car wash. There you go.
Yeah. They clearly violated school policy. The president said he had his knowledge. To his knowledge, no student was physically injured in the hazing.
Yes, no student was injured, but
Physically,
still physically,
not emotionally and mentally. Yeah,
right. I mean, the way I see it is like if you're in that sportsman team and you want to say no or you don't want to do that, but then it's like people before you and before them have done it and it's okay, and then in your mind,
not okay.
It's not okay.
You're right. Okay.
It's not okay. But I'm like in their mentality, what they're thinking. It's like, well, if everyone
boys
else,
will be boys and all that bullshit.
Right.
No, it's not cool.
Right. I think that's where the thing is, and some people who actually liked Fitzgerald, and
I liked him as a player. I thought he was a good transition from player to coach because he knows the system, knows the school, and all that. But if he installed that or knew of it and didn't change it, saying, you know what, this is not going to be acceptable to happen at my school, under my nose, under my watch. What the fuck, dude?
Right, exactly. And also, everyone's like, well, he's a good coach, he's a great person, but it goes up to the top. Yeah, if you're allowing it, then yeah, you should be fired.
Yeah, there's no room for that.
And then now, also, where there's heat, there's more fire, because right now there's another story that's developing that a gentleman from The Score broke out today on his show on Monday. Today's Monday when we're recording. But he broke out that they were having toxic and racism in the head baseball coach.
You know what? I did hear that, and there's not much information on that yet because they're still under investigation.
Right.
But I did see a story from ABC7 who spoke to a former Wildcat named Ramon. Didn't share his last name, so you can probably still figure out who the hell he was. When he was 18, he first arrived on campus playing for Northwestern. He said it was a dream come true. He said he wanted to play for a Big Ten school and a prestigious university, which, yes, both of them are.
Right.
But he said that the dream quickly turned sour as he was the only Latino on the football team at the time, and became a target of abuse by players and the coaches. They shaved Cinco de Mayo on the back of his head.
Yeah.
One position coach says, hey, I knew you grew up on dirt floors, but you need to clean up around here. That's fucked up.
Yeah. And then I was also telling you that they would have to, African Americans couldn't wear their do-rags or anything.
Or any kind of hairstyle that they wanted, right?
Right.
That is, yeah.
And even the African American coaches had to have an actual, discipline kind of formal wear of presentation. So, it's all messed up. So you the whole thing.
I think if you
sports director, everything, it's gonna be a giant shit show.
Well, I mean, you got to get rid of the whole coaching staff for one. Whether they participated or not, either way, you're an adult in charge. I know these are growing men because at some point, they're over 21, they're considered men. But at the same time, they're under your care.
Right.
Those parents send those kids there for you to take care of them while they play football.
Right.
You're the adult in the room. What the fuck?
Right.
There's also claims that in the Daily Northwestern, that there was a ritual called the car wash that we alluded to earlier, in which players would stand naked at the entrance to the showers, forcing others to go through them. A car wash is having your genitals rubbing up against someone else's genitals. This is according to Ramon. And I never felt like anybody could leave the shower when that was happening. No one told us. We were forced to sit there, but we were also not allowed to go. We were not allowed to not go through the car wash.
Right. Yeah. That's messed up.
Because I'm pretty sure some big lineman was like, "Oh, we're doing this, and everyone's got to do it or something."
Right.
You always have that. If you already built that culture,
Right.
those players are doing it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're there and you've been there the third year, and now you're a freshman, now it's your turn to do it to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
So Northwestern, and it's during summer break, and props to the actual students who
broke the news.
Who broke the news. Probably had a good amount of threats on them,
Yeah.
especially on Twitter. And there's always going to be
And if you
cyberbullies.
don't know, Northwestern is known for their journalism program. It's
Right.
a huge program. You got
Right.
Michael Wibbon and who's on ESPN? Greeny. Greeny
Yeah.
went there too.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that have notoriety that went to that program, and I just can't wait.
I'm interested to see
tomorrow to
Greeny's
and he's
perspective.
on vacation. He's been on vacation this week. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I want to hear about that. And I haven't heard from Wilbon. I'm going to check my Twitter later on to see what he posted about this, because he frequents living in Chicago. He goes to all the Wildcat games, and I'm pretty sure he's embarrassed as an alumni.
Right. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Oh,
Like I went to that school, and then it's like going to Penn State.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had 2 accusations in a matter of 3 years span.
That's bad. So, there was a letter sent out to ESPN by the Northwestern football team.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. It says, "We, the members of the Northwestern University football team, are writing to address the recent hazing investigation that has been conducted and subsequent allegations that have been brought against our program. It is important to us that our perspective is accurately represented, and we would like to highlight 4 key points. Northwestern does not tolerate hazing. We reiterate that the representatives of the Northwestern football team, we do not tolerate hazing in any form. Hazing goes against our values, respect, integrity." Okay, whatever.
Right. How long was that? How long ago was that? Does it
Let's
say?
see.
Because I think with all this news breaking out on a Friday, they kind of knew that they wanted to put
They're
it
probably
up.
checking ahead of it, right.
They're getting ahead of it. It's Friday afternoon. It broke.
Yeah, there's no date and time on this.
Right. Because they wanted to just sweep it under, like nothing ever
Oh,
happened.
100%. I'm pretty sure the school would try to bury it.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to drag their name through the mud. Let's see. It says it's crucial to note that our head coach, Pat Fitzgerald, was not involved in any of the alleged incidents in any way, shape, or form. Coach Fitzgerald had no knowledge of these allegations until they were brought to his attention during the investigation. Throughout his tenure, Coach Fitzgerald has consistently prioritized the well-being and development of his players, and we stand behind him in an unwavering commitment to the team. I mean, that's going to happen. The team's going to rally around their coach who's been there since day one.
I mean, I heard it was 50-50. Some former players
Mm-hmm.
were behind him, and then some other players that were former were against it. So you're having a mix. Same thing with parents, too, and alumni. It's all split, which is the weird part about it. But again, it goes, everyone has a different perspective, and, it's just...
It's sad, and the thing is that as time goes forward, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to hear more information
Right.
that's going to be let out. More players are going to come out.
Right.
It's going to get a lot messier before it gets cleaned up, and I don't know what the NCAA is going to do
Right.
because they don't want this type of.
No, they don't want to touch their brand.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
one of the biggest brands.
It's like if something happens with the NBA or MLB or NFL, like they don't want anything to do with it.
no, you don't want to tarnish the name.
Right.
No, because you're going to mess with their money.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to the whole academic department. They're going to have to go through every department and talk to, everyone. But also he's making he signed for till 2030. He's supposed to be making $6 million a year.
Yeah, but he won't get paid for that because you violated a clause.
Now, if that's in the contract, then
Oh,
yeah.
it's got to be in the contract. It's got to be. It's part of your school. Like if any job has the.
I don't know how schools work.
No, but I mean,
you would know better.
yeah. There's no way he's getting paid, and he can fight it, but he's.
I
Not
know
gonna
he'll
get paid.
probably fight it.
He'll fight it, but he's not going to get paid,
Yeah,
and his name is going to be associated with that
forever.
forever. So, good luck trying to find a head coaching job.
Right.
All right, let's move on to some more positive news.
Right.
Let's talk about your Cubbies.
Oh, let's talk about them.
Let's talk about the Cubbies.
All right, so 2 weeks ago, because 150 was a callback episode. So on episode 149, if you haven't listened to it, be sure to go, listen to it right now, or come back, or vice versa. You just stay here. Anyway, we're looking at the schedule, and I was saying that with the Brewers series,
Yeah.
they had to at least win the series. Now it's best of 4.
It was a long series, best of 4, right?
Best of 4. They should have won the series, but they blew it in the last game, so they split it 2-2.
Yeah, they did.
split the series 2-2.
Yep.
Okay. And I was talking about going to the Bronx, and they had to play the Yankees. And with the Yankees,
And we thought the Yankees were going to sweep them
right, because they have done it before many times.
because they've never won
Right.
there.
Right. Exactly.
Ever.
So Aaron Judge is out.
Yep.
And Aaron Judge, I don't know what's going on with the Yankees, but Aaron Judge is out, and everyone else cannot hit the ball. They're out of rhythm.
They fired a hitting coach.
Right. Carlos Stanton is out of rhythm. Anthony Rizzo is out of rhythm. They're a team that doesn't develop. They just pay for all-stars.
They've always been like that.
Yeah,
the
they
most
just
part.
write a check. It's New York. So, like the Mets do. But they lost
I
2
know.
out of 3, and the Cubs won 2 out of 3, which I was surprised, but also happy. I always thought we would lose the series, but win 1, right?
You were losing the last game.
yeah,
And-
we came back.
Yeah, you came back late in
Yeah.
the game.
And I think lately with the Cubs, we've been coming back. If
Yeah,
we're down, we're like, okay, it's not over. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep fighting.
100%.
And we keep winning between, with Ian Happ or I can't pronounce his name. He's Otani's friend. And he's on the Cubs.
Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki.
Come on,
there you
Cub
go.
fan. Come
I
on.
know, but I just don't want to butcher his name. It's not like Fukudome.
Fuck you, dummy.
But my point being, he got a great hit, and he homered in
You're a
the
homer.
series.
You're a homer. Yeah, I got the
Right.
notification for that one. Yeah.
So they've been playing good. Pitching's been good. Now the only thing is
Mm-hmm.
with Swanson, he's injured.
Yep.
And it's his heel, and I don't. He's on an 11-day, I believe.
10-day.
10-day.
10-day IL.
Yes.
So
we'll see how that
you heard
goes.
his heel during the game? What happened? Because I don't get the Marquee
Yeah.
Network, so I can't
Me
watch the
either.
Cubs.
I have to read articles over here and see highlights and listen.
You can, you don't have the MLB package. You can watch it
I-
like 2 hours later.
I do, yes, but I'm going to go back to.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that. But so he's injured. So Morale has been playing shortstop. And he's been doing really good.
Yeah.
So he's been playing really well on shortstop. So we'll see when he comes back. We drafted a shortstop because the MLB draft was
During this weekend, yes.
right.
Which is I thought was a great thing to do.
Right, because it's also All-Star Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was great to have that there. But, we also have, Swanson, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen, if he's going to re-sign, or who knows what's going to happen in the next 2 years.
Yeah, so he has a heel contusion, which is a bruise.
Right.
Retroactive to July 6th, so you're looking at July 16th, so another week.
Right. But also, we don't know for sure if he's going to be ready or not. So
Yeah. You guys called up Miles Mastrobroni,
yeah.
the masturbator.
Yep, Nebroni.
Jabroni.
Jabroni. So we'll see.
It
how
sucks
it goes.
because I really, really, really love watching Dansbury Swanson
And
play.
he's an all-star, and he got on
And he got hurt,
yeah,
right. It just really sucks because he's been doing so well. The Cubs are 41-46 at the All-Star break.
Yeah, so
7
we're
games.
7 under, 5 under 500, and it looks good, but it's like we need to get on a rhythm.
Yeah.
We have not a difficult schedule, but we play the Nationals next, and then we have to play, I believe, the Cardinals,
Oh, yeah. I'm
and
sorry.
then we play the Reds.
Let's see what your games are coming. I got
So
it up here.
yeah.
You do have the Nationals at home.
And I'm
And
doing
then-
this all by memory, right?
And yeah, good. You have 3 against the Nationals at home and then 4 against the Cardinals at home,
Right.
who played really tough against the White Sox.
Yeah. So like I think we won the series when we played them, but still, we're actually in St. Louis, right? No.
You might have been in St. Louis because they're coming
They're
here.
here. So yeah. And then after that, we have Cincinnati.
No, you don't.
Who do I have? Who
You have us.
Oh, right.
You have the White Sox.
That,
2
to
games.
me, that doesn't count. But yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid that it's just 2 games. It should be a 3-game to 4-game series. It'll make it more exciting. It's literally the Chicago World Series because both teams are not going anywhere this season.
Well, we don't know that for one team.
Do we? No, both teams are not going to the playoffs.
I want to hope that the Cubs could make a run.
That's right, because you're a Cubs fan. Then you have 4 at the Cardinals, and then you have 4 against the Reds. You have a lot of 4-game series.
Right. So if we could take 3 out of 4, I think Cincinnati, that one's good. They're a hot team. So I have no idea. My heart says I want us to take 3.
You're not.
But my mind says we might split or we might just take 1.
You're getting 1 game against the Reds. I think you should be able to take 2 or 3 out of the Cardinals.
Right.
You guys are a better team than the Cardinals.
I just think if we do take 3 out of 4 with Cincy, then we're on a run. We're hot.
A run to nowhere, man. You have no pitching.
Okay, the deadline's
besides
not,
Steele.
Well, you know what?
Besides
Stroman,
Steele.
hold on.
Okay, Stroman.
Right. It depends on how the series goes before the deadline. If it's a bust and we're not going anywhere, we're going to wait till the end of the deadline. If he's not doing well, we're going to trade him.
Well, Stroman's going to get traded. He's got dead arm right now just because he pitched in the WBC.
I don't like that excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's an actual thing. It's called a dead arm from pitching so long. For pitching so a long period of time. Plus, he's going deep into the games. He is an all-star. Is he an all-star? Is he playing?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
No, he's not. He's not pitching in the game.
He was named an all-star, but he's not going.
Right. Steele's going, and that's pretty much it.
And Swanson was going, right?
He's going. He'll probably show up, but he's not playing.
No. So I still think that they're going to trade him.
And he hasn't been playing really well the last 2 games.
He's had 2 bad outings.
Yeah.
2.
So, I mean,
19 starts.
Now, right. I get that.
And not hurt. I mean, he's a good pitcher.
No, he is a great pitcher. I'm just saying, when he wants more money, as soon as he said that, he hasn't been performing that well.
It's been 10 days.
No, I know. I mean, hey, I want him here. I would love to keep him. But again, who knows what's going to happen. He had 2 bad starts lately.
I really think that Bellinger and Stroman are your 2 trade chips.
And I think Bellinger's going to go to the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees need someone over there. Stroman might go over there because Rodon literally shit the bed in his first game back.
Yeah. Yep. That was the first one we won.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wish he was still with the Sox.
Rodon, I mean, they made the right decision letting him go.
Yeah.
He had 2 good seasons right after that, and then he's back to being hurt.
Yeah.
So that's typical Rodon. Sorry. I mean, I like the guy. He's just, that's what he is.
Yeah.
all the White Sox players.
He still got the curse of being injured.
The curse of the White Sox right now.
What else? Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, other than that, with the Cubs, I mean, it's just looking forward to seeing what we could do. I'm wearing my Cubs hat now because I feel proud of beating the Yankees. But other than that, I don't know what's going to happen this week. We'll see how it goes. I'm still going to root for them. And last part, Marquee Network. Right, I talked about it here before. They're going to launch it somewhere between end of July, end of August.
As a standalone app?
As a standalone app, as a streaming service. Now, I was doing some digging. Yankees are $25.99 for their streaming. Red Sox are $29. So Yankees are $25, Red Sox are $29. And this is monthly.
Ooh.
Yes, it's not yearly.
Ooh.
So I'm concerned on how much it's going to cost for the Marquee Network to watch the Cubs and see how much it is.
It's going to be like $35 a month.
If it's $35, I'm not going to get it, but I'm just mind boggled because of that.
They're so money hungry.
Yeah, I'm like, you're already making enough money. Yeah. Just put it for $25 and make it as good as the Yankees. I can't justify $35. I can't even do $30. And also, if I'm doing a month, you're only going to have subscribers, which is why I think they would make it expensive, because you're only getting baseball for a certain amount of time. Why would you keep the app more on the off season? So I would assume that they're going to keep the app, for that amount of time that they have baseball or coming up to spring training for a month to, and then you're paying that money. I can't justify that. I mean, I love watching the Cubs, and I got to watch 2 games this weekend because it was on Amazon. I forget the other network.
Apple.
There you go, MLB, or it was MLB and Apple worked together, so I got to see twice. But I can't justify spending $35 for what? 2 months left or 3 months.
Yeah.
And then, what kind of coverage am I getting when they're not?
So you're paying for
Just to watch it.
To watch a 2.5 hour, 3 hour game. And that doesn't mean you're going to watch every game because you might be busy bowling or whatever.
I'm going to get my money's worth because I might have it at bowling.
You just
My
have it
phone
on.
plan might be hurting me too, so
Yeah.
who knows?
See, exactly.
And my phone battery might die. There's so many things, but I'm just saying, like, I'm curious to see, and I'm following up with that, see how much it's going to cost. Because I think I looked all over. It hasn't posted yet, but I'm curious to see how much it's going to be. So, yeah, that's with the Cubs. And it's good news and bad news and up in the air, but still positive vibes.
No, the Cubs are actually a fun team to watch. I'm not knocking them. When I can watch them, they are a funny team to watch, and you do not feel like you're out of the game.
Right. Because they come back. They fight through
It's
until
because
the
they
end.
play together.
Right.
Now, your manager, not a big fan of him.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either.
Not a big
I mean, I respect the guy. I think he's a great person. I think he was a great catcher. I get him
He
being
was an
angry.
okay catcher. He was never a great catcher.
I say great. I don't say like the best or awesome or amazing. And great. You know, when you file for like, how was your survey today? And it's like good, great, awesome, and amazing. Well, good and great are like close to the end, right? It's a smiley face. It's like kind of like a half-ass smirk. You know?
Yeah, you would give him a half-ass smirk. He wasn't that good. He was
that's
never a good
great.
hitter.
No, great. Well, he did come through in the playoffs and the World Series and stuff like that, which is what you need, right?
Yeah.
Like again with Hayward, right?
Yeah, the big
he
speech.
He gave that speech, and I don't care what you say. That money that we paid him was worth it.
For the speech.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheers to him.
Cheers to him. I'm going to drink some vodka for him.
There you go.
Even though he's not doing too well in LA. But, hey, it's okay. Mookie Betts didn't do too well in the home run derby tonight. It's okay. But, again, let's go down to the south side.
To the south side. All right.
I have a lot of comments about this.
Yeah, and of course you do. The White Sox are going to be open for business as a seller. Unfortunately,
Yes.
all this damn talent on this team, but they cannot play together. I don't know if it's a management thing. I don't know if it's a general manager, is a president, is an owner, organization. I don't know what is going wrong with the White Sox because your window was supposed to be open, wide open, and you know what? It closed at the end of 2020.
Yeah, it's closed.
Even last year where they still went to the playoffs with Tony La Russa, who had the same exact team as Ricky.
Fuentes? I don't know.
No, not Ricky Fuentes. Oh my god. Whatever, it was Ricky's boys don't give up and shit like that. It's bad. It's bad.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing because we have more talent than a lot of these teams that are kicking ass. Like Cincinnati, we have more talent than they do, and they're fucking kicking ass.
And they're fun to watch.
Oh, that kid's fun to watch. He just stole 2 bases.
And he got to, he stole
3
Yeah.
bases on 2 pitches.
Yep. There was no one covering third, and then he went around about and didn't even he touched
waited-
the base.
yeah, he
and
waited.
then he waited, and then he just ran in.
Yeah, because the pitcher turned his back to him. What an idiot. Anyways, so the White Sox will be trading some players. Look forward to that. You know what? It is time to shake things up. It really is. Now, there's going to be 4 cornerstones that you're not going to trade. Dylan Cease, Andrew Vaughn, Lou Bob Jr.,
Elroy.
They,
Elroy.
according to John Heyman, he's quoting Eloy. I think you can trade Eloy.
Yeah, why not?
I think if he's healthy, he can be an asset for somebody as a DH and pop in. I don't think we need him. I think we can replace his production.
Yeah.
So look for players to like. Well, Giolito's going to be a free agent, so he's going to be traded. Even though he's already said he wants to stay here, but the White Sox are not going to pay him big money. Lopez is going to be traded. Kenyon Middleton. What else are you looking at? You're looking at Lance Lynn.
Yeah. The Rangers actually want him.
Do they?
That's what I hear in the streets.
That's what you're hearing in the streets?
Yeah.
Shit, we can throw in with Yoan Moncada and Michael Kopech in those trades too because they have not been producing.
And also, Tim Anderson.
No one's going to want his. No,
And are you going to pick up his $10 million contract?
it's cheap. $10 million is cheap for a shortstop. For his defense?
I mean, also, he's still playing and his shoulder hurts.
His shoulder's still not 100%. He's got his own personal problems still going on, and I really think that's what's bothering him because when his best friend died, he also had a horrible season. It seems like just like anybody else, right? Your personal life will bleed into your work life, and your work production is going to suffer. Yeah. He's just being a human. Now,
I mean, Brett Favre, his dad died. He played the game, and he did amazing. So everyone handles it differently.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
but that's one game rather than 162.
But I'm going to tell you, I watch a lot of White Sox games because of one of the fact that it's on Hulu. And Friday's game, against the Cards, was embarrassing.
Friday's game, that's the one I went to? Yes. That was embarrassing. We won.
I understand that, but you go down 5-0.
Yes.
And that is you got to go down 5-0 to go back and win. Now they did win. Yes, they did win. But I'm just saying, the beginning of the game, it's if you're a fan and you're just sitting through that.
Oh, I was pissed.
Right. That's my point.
I was pissed. I was going to leave in the 5th inning.
That's my point. And it's embarrassing. And then also you look at San Diego and the New York Mets game.
More disappointing
and
people.
That's two of the biggest payrolls, and they're not even scoring, and it's boring.
And they're nowhere near first place.
Right. So you can spend the money and you don't get it, or you don't have to spend any money and you spend money and you have wasted talent. But anyway, it's just they lost. They got swept by the Blue Jays. They got beat by the A's 2 out of 3, and then they lost
2 out of 3 to the Cards.
2 out of 3 with the Cards.
This team has no heart.
No, it's as bad as the Mets.
And I talked to my MLB insider Mike Rodriguez, who's been on the show, and he will be on the show very, very shortly. Right now he's in Seattle interviewing every single baseball player, and he's doing a great job out there. I've been reposting his stuff on the 606 Media Instagram. He told me that the White Sox players are really upset with upper management. They don't like the way things are being run. What that could mean to me is that upper management is sending down the decisions that need to be made on the field.
And what does that mean?
Here's the lineup for today. Even though it's supposed to be the manager that puts the lineup together.
Right.
But everything's run by analytics now. This guy bats very well against left-handers and not against right-handers. So don't put him in against the right-handers. Oh, you know what? We should have 3 catchers on our team. And if the first catcher, who's doing really well, like Zebby Zavala.
They want to do Moneyball. That's exactly kind of.
Yeah, but that doesn't work right now. And then Zebby Zavala is a really good defensive catcher, and he has a little pop in his bat. And then you take him out for Yasmani Grandal, who has not been living up to his contract. He's lost games on the defensive end, getting balls passed by him. He doesn't play every day. He's got back issues. He's got other issues. He has been sporadic here and there. You have him on there. He walks. He runs. He goes to first base, and then you replace him with your third catcher. You just wasted 3 catchers,
right?
And left yourself with Andrew Benintendi, who has a wrist problem, as your only bench player,
right?
In case someone gets hurt. What the fuck are you doing?
Right. So, I mean, there's so many problems, and we have this bet going on.
We sure do. 65 wins. I'm a believer.
And you want to believe it? You don't believe the Cubs are going to go to the playoffs, but
hell no, they won't.
You want to believe that?
No, because Cincinnati's going to win that division.
And that's, yeah.
And you're not going to get the wild card. There's no way you get the wild card.
I like to believe. You want to believe.
I don't believe.
You're going to believe that you're going to win these. Get it till 65. The only issue, and I'm going to tell you right now, listeners know, if you want to back out right now, because as soon as the deadline hits, they're going to sell and get rid of everyone, and all you're going to do is have rookies coming up, and there's going to be no one in the stands, and it's going to be so hard to win those 20-something games.
20 games out of 70.
Right. It's going to be hard to win those games when you have no names on the team.
Then you have to go 27-43.
Yeah.
For me to win this bet.
And
I like my odds.
Oh, that's fine. But I'm giving you the out because right
now
you
are giving them out. Yeah, you are giving them out.
I'm giving you the out because right now you're not working and you're spending a lot of money out there doing cool things, which is fine. But I just don't want to take money from someone who's unemployed right now.
Don't worry, sir. You will get paid.
And I want to get. I want it the day of or the next day.
Oh, ain't this
direct
some
deposit.
Shit? Ain't this some shit?
So hey, I'm giving you the out
Yeah.
by the trade deadline. As soon as the trade deadline is done,
August 1st, 4 p.m.
this is
Or 3 p.m., right?
where you're not able to back out.
That's fine. I'm fine.
I'll give you the trade deadline hours.
I am fine with it. So White Sox are 5 games under and 7 games back. Is that what it is?
No, that's the Cubs.
Oh, my, that was your Cubs thing.
Yeah.
It was black and white. The White Sox are way worse than that.
Yeah.
The White Sox are 8 games back and 16 games under 500.
Yeah.
Like I said, I never said they're going to win anything. So they're 3-7 in the last 10 games. It's a total shit show. It literally just a total shit show.
And that's why I say, like, I don't think the Mets have no heart either, but I mean, they have a better record.
Before we go into what the White Sox will be playing next when we come back after break, some pretty messed up news. Lucas Giolito's wife files for divorce during All-Star Week. And then Steven's laughing, but that's pretty fucked up.
I mean, that's why he got so many home runs the first round.
He's been the ace. He's been the most consistent pitcher we have. According to legal documents obtained by the Blast, Ariano Dubleco filed
Wait,
for
who
divorce.
did you say? I'm thinking of something else.
It says according legal documents obtained by the Blast. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's an internet thing. I don't know. Just hours before the start of the home run derby. So today.
Yeah.
Yeah. She filed for I can never say that word. Irrevocable.
Irrevocable.
Yeah, whatever. Differences. Ms. Giolito is asking the court to order her famous husband to pay spousal support and all her attorney fees. No.
She has a very high luxury lifestyle, Jose.
Fuck her. This kid's making all the damn money and you want to just live, just mooch. Fuck that.
No, I'm 1,000% with you.
Fuck that.
I feel like if I was a baseball player, an actor, comedian, anything, any girl could send for him, and also I'm getting a prenup. And if you don't love me enough, then
You walk out what you came in with.
exactly. Now, if we build a company together,
You split that. That's different.
Exactly. That's
50-50.
different.
Yeah.
but if
She hasn't pitched any games. She hasn't hit any home runs.
and if you need surgery, she's not getting the surgery. You are.
Yeah.
So I hate to sound like an asshole, but
I know we sound like chauvinistic assholes, but you know,
the world today we live in.
people feel like they're entitled to everything.
Right, exactly. I'll give an example. The guy from Kane, the Conqueror, he had alleged, said that he assaulted his girlfriend. Everything got cleared, and he was not charged of anything.
Oh, he was cleared?
He was cleared.
What's his name?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. Good actor.
No, great. A situation happened and went to court, and he's cleared of his name. Now, also, the same thing with Johnny Depp situation. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? The way the world works. So, I'm not saying that every man is innocent of everything.
No.
But I'm just saying there's situations where, hey.
Well, it's like, I know we talked about this on the
right.
Big Three about the soccer player that put everything in his mom's name.
Right.
Fucking genius.
Why not? Yeah.
She's like, I want half. She's like, I don't have anything. Everything I make goes to my mom.
Right.
Everything's in her name. I don't have anything. And she made more money. She was making more money than him. I think she was a supermodel or something.
Right.
So now I'm going to countersue and I'm going to take half of your money for being a greedy bitch.
Hey, there you
Sorry.
go.
Sorry.
Karma.
Sorry. That's karma.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to end on a sour note, though, but we'll be right back with Stirring the Pot after a word from our sponsor.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride. So do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
What up? It's Martin Moreno, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans Podcast.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with Big Z and Stevie-B.
Oh, yeah. Love being on the show. I'm on 2 shows.
All right. Enough of that. All right, brother. You know, it's that time again. You know what time it is.
Oh, I know what time it is.
It's time for Stirring the Pot. That's right.
What's in there?
Ding, ding, ding. All right. Steven actually brought something out for me. This is a cool can.
Now, for the listeners, I love Mountain Dew. When I was a kid, it was a hot day. I remember one time I drank 6 cans. Not the greatest idea at the time.
Did you throw up?
No, I did not. I just a lot of sugar.
Okay.
But I do like Mountain Dew, and they do have zero.
Okay.
You know, Mountain Dew Zero. So I wanted to give you some Mountain Dew Zero.
This is a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar can. It's called Spark. It's a Spark with a blast of raspberry lemonade flavor and other natural flavors. So yeah. It looks pretty cool.
The can's cool.
The can is very cool. It's got like a race car.
Yeah, I drink also Mountain Dew Zero because also the caffeine that I still get out of it. Because after like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, around that hour before I get ready to go home.
You're not a coffee person?
I am, but I only drink cold brew black in the morning.
Okay.
I can't really drink it, afterwards.
All right, so are we both gonna drink out of this and I'm gonna drink out of that, or what do you drink?
Yeah, go. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, go for it.
That's good.
So,
I have more cans.
your little fancy wine glass there.
Yeah, looks like what is it?
Rosé.
Rosé. There
Looks
you
like
go.
rosé. All right, so I'm gonna take a taste test. I know people can't see it. I'm not filming it this time, but it's a Mountain Dew Zero Spark Raspberry Lemonade Pop.
I got it at Target, so you could get it at Target.
Yeah,
See if you like it.
taste this.
Smells good.
It does taste diety.
Okay, yeah. I like it.
I think this would be a good mixer.
With what?
Vodka.
I've been drinking vodka straight the whole night.
You're insane.
I just feel like if I put a mixer in my vodka that has some kind of caffeine or sweet, I don't know.
Come on, don't act like you didn't drink Red Bull vodkas.
I did.
Yeah, that's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah, but I asked for sugar free. They're Jack and Cokes.
Yeah, same thing.
That's another one.
Same thing, yeah. Same thing.
But I still went home and slept like a fucking baby.
Oh, so do I.
But I don't know. I like it. I like the Zero Cal. They're good.
I don't mind the Zero Cal. I mean, I know it's gonna taste like a diet because I do drink Coke Zero.
Right.
So
I
it
love
does,
Coke Zero.
Yeah, I love Coke Zero.
But Diet Coke has more caffeine
Yes.
than an actual Coke Zero.
Yeah.
So
A
I'll get a Diet Coke and like maybe 2 o'clock at the convenience store at my job.
A Diet Coke really, really ice cold is not bad. As soon as it warms up, it tastes like shit.
Oh yeah, I can't drink anything like soda.
Like you better chug that motherfucker because it does. Ugh.
All that acid like going down, then you gotta burp it up. Oh no way. I like it. I have the rest of the cans in the car, so
They're gonna.
I'm gonna take them to work.
Oh, okay.
Put them.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
It's not something that I would purchase or go out of my way to look for it, but it is not bad.
Right.
I've tasted a lot worse pops.
Now, what I found out is Bahama Breeze is all year round at Taco Bell.
Very true.
But they sell the cans and the bottles only in the summer in stores. They do not sell that. They only sell it in the summer. You can't get it in the winter.
So
Only at Taco Bell.
So stock up.
Yeah, if you want that. I mean, I like going to Taco Bell. I actually ordered Taco Bell Sunday morning.
I don't mind Taco Bell. I just get the steak. I get the steak or the chicken. I don't get the ground beef.
I get the chalupa. Give me the...
It's a steak chalupa for me all the time.
I'll get the hot one. Give me the Supreme Crunch Wrap. Give me two of those crunchy tacos. Give me the potato on the soft shell taco.
Have you had the breakfast?
Yes, I have.
Is
That's
it
what
good?
I actually ordered for Sunday.
Egg and potato?
Yes. And I got the Supreme Crunch Wrap that also had in the actual wrap has what is it? Hash brown. Something on that. Hash brown, egg, sausage, or bacon, whatever you want. Then I put the Diablo sauce.
I've never had the Diablo sauce.
I usually have some. You want to take some home with you?
I don't. Well, I'll do it when I get some Taco Bell, but I usually get fire. Fire is my favorite
Fire's
sauce.
great, but I feel medium has more taste than fire.
Yes, it sure does.
Right.
It sure does. Well, that's been stirring a pot.
Yeah.
So if you agree with us about Taco Bell or not, or if you'd like to try the Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Spark.
Yeah, be sure to test it out. Or, if you want to send us some Mountain Dew or me or some Taco Bell gift cards, I'd appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, definitely some Taco Bell. Hey, quiero más.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. Do you remember that commercial?
Yeah,
With
the little
Chihuahua?
Chihuahua. Yeah.
I used to have all the little stuffed animals that you press his stomach.
Oh, my goodness.
They're somewhere in my parents' house. In the wrapping, by the way.
All right, bro. Before we get out of here, what you looking at? What you watching that isn't sports?
Oh, what is in sports? So, man, I have been watching a lot of sports, but
Yeah,
in the
same.
meantime, with that being said, I'm finishing up The Bear.
I still haven't started. I'm going to start this week because I know the new season just came out, and I am.
They're all on Hulu.
Yes, and I'm caught up with the rest of my shows. The only one that I'm still watching is Mayans, which has 2 episodes left in the entire series. So, but I heard great things about The Bear.
Yeah, they show Bex and the new sign, and they run.
Nice.
And if you know me, I used to go to Bex Friday and Saturday all the time, every single weekend, and I had to go. But now it's like I don't go because my bartenders aren't there no more.
Oh, you
So
gotta
I
make
gotta
new
pay
issues.
I gotta pay full price now. I gotta pay for shots. But the food, the wings are great. I told Z that we should go and have him try the wings. Compared to
I'm free this week.
Okay.
Besides
The week, you didn't say weekend.
no, not the weekend. Well, yeah, I could be free this weekend. We'll talk off air. But I the other day I do have something is tomorrow, which is Tuesday, for bowling, and you have bowling on Thursdays.
Yes. I might have to pre-bowl this week because I have a work event. But Wednesday I will go bowling. And that's almost done. And I don't think I'm going to do Wednesday anymore.
Yeah.
2 days out of the week. It's fun. I like it.
It's exhausting.
It's not exhausting. It's just like I feel like I could do more things with my time.
There you go.
So besides The Bear, rewatching what is it? The new Insidious. I was watching 1 and 2 again. So I actually saw the second one that came out. The third one's coming out soon. Getting ready for Oppenheimer. Getting ready for the Barbie movie.
Good.
So they come out this week.
Did you know John Cena makes a cameo?
In what, Barbie?
Yep.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I just saw a thing on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. Who's Margaret Robbie? Right?
Yeah,
She's
Margot Robbie and
they were
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, so they were shooting in whatever location, and she was having dinner or whatever, and John Cena just paid for their dinner. And she's like, what the hell? And she's looking for him, and she couldn't find him. And then the reporter's like, obviously, you can't see him. And she waves, and that was funny, can't see me. But, they talked, and she's like, you know what? If you're here and you're shooting your movie, can you come and just shoot a little cameo on my movie on your day off? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. So I think he's a mermaid.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever it is. So, I mean, I like John Cena. I think he's growing.
Right.
He's doing better at
Then
every
The
role.
Rock.
There's a lot of bad Rock movies.
Yeah, Black Adam, for example.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Wait, before we move on. What's worse, The Flash or Black Adam?
Black Adam.
Is Black Adam the worst movie you've ever seen?
Nah, maybe.
Superhero movie.
Yeah, I put it up there, and then the other one would be Aquaman, the first one.
I thought that was decent.
Nah.
I think it had a great storyline. It was independent, so you can watch that one independently without worried about the universe.
Yeah, I'm just excited for what dropped today. And I
Beetle.
posted about it. No. Deadpool and Logan.
Oh, Logan,
Wolverine
yeah. Yeah,
were
there's a
like,
snapshot.
right, and Wolverine's actually in his costume comic book suit.
Yeah.
He's got sleeves on, but, no big deal.
No big deal.
But it looks great, so I'll take that.
And he's bringing all the original X-Men into it.
Well, because in the second one, he was time traveling, if you remember. So it makes sense. Deadpool.
He was time traveling in Deadpool 2?
At the end, because he fixed the watch from...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah.
So,
That was an old movie.
right, so it makes sense where now time travel in the MCU connects, and that's why Loki, the guy, Wilson, what's his face? Owen Wilson, he's going to play into it because he's like trying to stop Deadpool from time traveling, which
Yeah.
I think is going to be the thing.
That's going to be the funniest thing ever because Deadpool's like, fuck you.
Right,
I'm going to do what I want.
right, exactly.
And the thing is that he's breaking the fourth wall or even the fifth wall because
Yeah.
he's breaking the the Marvel Universe wall,
Yeah, with Fox too, yeah.
which he's been doing the entire time. So it's like,
And the second one, he was killing off all the Fox characters.
Yeah.
And Green Lantern, so which is funny. So I don't know. I'm excited for that.
I'm super excited for
so
that. That's a
that
whole
was cool
year and a
for
half for that.
Watching for that. So yeah. Z, what are you watching? You said you watched the Mayans.
Yeah, so I've
And
been watching
everything
mine,
else?
which is great. That's finishing up. It's got two episodes left. And I was bored the other day.
Catch up with Secret Invasion.
I did.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I'm behind.
And the thing is, I watched all the episodes of Secret Invasion, and then I went back. It says like, oh, you should be watching. If you like this, watch this, right? And I watched Captain Marvel because
Nice.
I totally forgot about that movie.
Yeah, you're like my father. He forgot too.
Because I was like, I remember that she was an aide. She was in the Air Force. I remember the whole those scenes where she was doing the flashbacks. I remember that. I don't remember none of the scrolls.
Oh yeah.
And that's why it made more sense for me to watch the entire movie. And I'm like, oh, these are the same scrolls from that movie.
Right.
The same guy.
Right.
So it made more sense this time, and now it's starting to click in.
And then in, I believe, November, it's the Marvels. The movie.
So it's gonna be all three of
It's got Kamala Khan, Rambo, and Miss Marvel. Or Marvel.
Yeah, and
Captain Marvel.
Rambo because she was in Wanda.
WandaVision. Yeah.
Right, so she got some powers through there.
Yeah. Going through in and out of the force fields.
Yeah.
Which, mutant in some aspects.
Yes,
Same
essentially.
Same thing with Kamala.
Yeah.
They do in her show refer as she has some kind of mutant DNA.
Oh, that's the Little Miss Marvel movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
So I got to watch that now, too?
It's a little rough, but you push through and it's pretty good.
Okay. All right, I'm excited for Loki. But I did watch, and this is for all the nostalgia people.
Two Girls, One Cup.
No, not at all. It was the Saved by the Bell unauthorized documentary.
Oh, that's interesting. That must have been rough to watch.
I guess
Gets a little
it was in the perspective of Screech.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting because I didn't know a lot of that stuff that was happening. I know Zach was dating everybody, of course.
As he should.
As he should have. He was a little kid. He had no idea what he was doing. But the perspective of what was going on, I didn't know it was canceled like 6 times.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was canceled so many times. They had to recast. Not recast. They had to reapply pretty much for their position in the show like multiple times. It's just a lot of things that I didn't know about the show. Again, this is according, I guess, because Screech is the narrator. Instead, you know how like
I thought he died.
Screech, he didn't die.
I thought he did.
Dustin Diamond.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's see, Dustin.
That's why I find it like again. Did he also survive and come on?
No, so the oh, you're right. He died 21.
Yeah.
Holy crap. No, he personally doesn't narrate it.
You
It's
just said
the
okay.
character the actor that plays Screech is narrating the thing.
How if he's dead?
How
old's the documentary?
Oh, it's got to be old.
Okay, yeah, it's got to be old because would the AI his voice?
I mean, you could now,
You
right?
could, yeah. I've heard different versions of Starboy by different cartoons.
Oh, 2014.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. He had some time before.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, so it really does go into his drug problem and his drinking problem that he had. So I do watch that. Again, I'm trying to catch up with all my shows. People have been telling me to watch this and watch that, and it's like not enough time to watch all that and do sports and have a life.
Yeah, no, it's exhausting.
It is very, because I still have to edit this show. Then you got to do the flyer, and then
I work during the week, and then bowling, and then it's just like trying to do stuff, even at work, for me. Just trying to get stuff done. I get it.
You ready to get out of here?
Yeah, let's do it. It's you got a lot of editing to do, and
I got
to do the flyer.
Yeah. All right, y'all, that is it for today. Thank you for listening. A big thank you to our sponsor, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Great Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to greatclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirts.
Yes, you
Search
should.
for keyword TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15 at the checkout for 15% off your entire order. I did that from memory. Look at that.
I know you were looking at me the whole time.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure you saw me looking up. So get your shirts now. Support. Check out the rest of the 606 Media lineup, the newest show in the 606 family. It is the No Water on the Weekend podcast with Steven and Sean.
Yes.
Did I say it correctly this time?
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
We hit 2 years.
Happy
We
anniversary.
hit 2 years, on Saturday. So it was exciting.
That's why you had the long show?
Yeah, probably. But we're thinking about it. I also brought up your name and why we might do something in August for a celebration for us and get something going.
Yeah, we got
to work on that.
Yeah, we got to get on that.
Figure that out and get something probably by that mid or end of August, just to give me some time to plan something through. And we'll keep you posted, like I said, in Nowhere on the Weekend. So be sure to go back and check us out. There is some new sound bits, new voice records, and new...
Was there a phone call this week?
There is a phone call. There's two phone calls.
Oh, I got to listen to this on the way home.
And there's an actual sound bit, and it's for my White Sox hate. So be sure to stick around for that. We bring Jose's name a lot in this podcast, which is fun. I can't wait for him to listen.
I'm going to take notes down.
Take notes. But other than that, it's all good love. There's anything bad or ripping hard. But again, stay posted for us and check us out. And
every single Monday.
Yeah, every Monday. We record on Friday. So if you want to DM us for what to drink or what to do or what topics you want us to talk about.
Or maybe you can call in.
Yeah, you could call in. Yeah, you could definitely call in.
Hit up
we
Steven
called
or
you in. But
yeah, he did call me.
Episode. So, yeah, if you want to call in, you want to talk about something that you feel passionate about, let's do it.
That's right. All right, shout out to Ronesh, Panic, Serious Beats, and custom made for the beats we played on today's show. Check out paniconthebeat.com for your moment merch and gear. Check us out on social media. You can find us on find us at True Shy Fans on Twitter and on TikTok. Find us on Facebook, IG, Spotify, and reach out to us on our email. We want to hear from you. Reach us at truechicagosportsfans@gmail.com.
There you go.
All right, y'all. For Stevie-B, this is Big Z. We'll see you next time for episode 152.
Yeah.
Damn,
152.
we're starting to add up. Until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.
A few moments later.
You have a lot of incest.
That's real.
Shut your mouth. Lover boy.
Nature versus nurture, Lodge. Nature always wins.
I think he's on steroids.
Hasta luego, amigos.
Show's over, show's over, show's over.